Morning, everybody. Chris Wood here. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for tuning in. For anybody that may, after 3 years, I am an identity theft, identity change victim. I am a brain injury victim. I am a body mutilation victim. I am a kidnap, sex assault victim of police, injuring, torturing, kidnapping, sex assaults, false arrest, identity theft, brain injuring, skull deforming. This is how OPP get out of crimes. This is how OPP commit crimes, and this is how OPP get out of crimes. They use their inmates, boyfriends. They buy time. They lie. They get their victims medically blacklisted. They falsely charge their victims. I am a revenge retaliation victim of OPP for speaking of their crimes. As a result, my mother was stalked. My mother was murdered. I have been stalked. I have been seriously injured, deformed, proven it. Cannot do a damn thing about it because it's here in Napanee and it's OPP police, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors that co-commit criminally and negligently to cover up OPP crimes. This is how they are committing them, and this is how they are getting away from them. Using badges, positions, credentials, other cops, and doctors, and using inmates that they will not touch, that they will not arrest, while paying $300 a day to, and all the free drugs that they want. OPP will surround hands on guns to prevent any arrest on them or doctors or their boss, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy. Actually, Blair Hardy and Spencer Mills are boyfriends, co-drug traffickers, human traffickers. Billy Wooldridge is a sex slave trafficker for the ex-OPP chief or commander. He is a Harvard wanted inmate. There is Blair Hardy, who is an obsessed, delusional homosexual. There is Michelle Irish. She's a little slut in Napanee here that walks around, has a great big fat ass, and is a serious junkie. There is Holly Carlisle, Tyler Lake's little whore girlfriend, with their pug dog. They need the fucking dog taken away because they're serious animal abusers. They're guilty of murdering animals. They're guilty of attempted murder on me. They're guilty of murdering my mother. They're guilty of murdering Jack Clark. Isn't that right, Ben Allstein? Isn't that right, Blair Hardy? You're involved with murdering Jack. You're involved with this identity theft on me. And it's all through OPP. You can see everything I see. You can hear everything I hear. One way or another, Blair Hardy. One way or another, Jason Van Alstyne. One way or another, Tyler Lake. One way or another, Billy Wooldridge. You will be arrested whether you suck off OPP cops' dick or not. Whether you'd like to lay down and take it up the ass or down the throat for police, for their drugs, for their money, for their protection, while you are committing crimes for them. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills, you obsessed fucking goof? You became a cop to commit the crimes that you are committing and to get away with them using badges, positions, your boyfriend, using Tyler Lake, using Jabin Allstein, using Blair Hardy, your little fuckboy boyfriend, using Billy Wooldridge, Michelle Irish, Holly Carlisle, Ray, Isaac, and a bunch of other drug-fed, money-paid co-offenders for OPP. Time's been bought 3 fucking years. I have been seriously right brain lobotomized. I'm getting completely and totally numbed down. This is in hopes to cause long-term memory problems. This is also so they get away with this in hopes that I'm not talking about it or showing it. Billy Wooldridge, one way or another, you will be arrested whether you suck off OPP or not. I don't care if you give blowjobs to the police for freedom. You're a wanted Harvard inmate. You're a child stalking sex offending fucking goof. Blair Hardy is a rape hound. He is guilty of raping a woman named Olivia that is now dead, died of a drug overdose. He tried to rape her in this building, actually, where I live, in an apartment down the hall. Isn't that right, Blair Hardy? You remember that when Mike beat the shit out of you for trying it? When he smashed you in the face for trying to fucking rape Olivia? Because that's what you do. You rape women. You rape little boys. Blair Hardy or Billy Waldridge is a child stalking, sex offending fucking goof. Tyler Lake is a pedophile. Jason Van Alstyne is a pedophile because they're associated. They're getting sex slavery traffic. They're getting children for OPP and themselves. Time's been bought. The damage has been done. I get numbed down to be dumbed down on a daily basis while these cocksuckers are using tech on me and broadcasting through me. This is why none of them are arrested, because it's under this bullshit of electronic torture that is that there is no criminal um, law against it. So therefore, they can torture the fuck out of me. They can commit homicide. They can change my identity. They can injure, torture, mutilate people and get away with it under that fucking bullshit. Because how it's being done, using remote narrow monitoring on victims for surveillance, false arresting, nano microchip implant. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? Isn't that right, ex-chief or commander? Isn't that right, Staff Sergeant Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, Stacy, mental health worker, human trafficking scumbag bitch, and Shelley Hafner, using judges to commit kidnapping under false pretenses to shut victims up in an attempt to get them kept for incompetency, bullshit lies. Or Judge Chappelle from Kingston, Ontario, is guilty of aiding Shelley Hafner and OPP in their human trafficking and their attempted murder crimes. So, Judge Chappelle from Kingston, you were guilty of aiding Shelley Hafner in her homicides, just like the Justice of the Peace here is guilty of obstruction, making accusations stating I was high on marijuana and hallucinating, being sodomized because it was by the police, because it was by Staff Sergeant, because it was by Billy Waldridge, who they cannot touch, who they will not arrest. He owns them. So when OPP want homicides in Napanee, they assure it. When OPP needs people dead, they use Billy Waldridge, they use Blair Hardy for their pawns to get it done. Well, they lie, they buy time. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, beware. You are victims because they know that there is no chance of you being able to fight this against them. Be safe, everybody. This is done. And you're lucky I cannot go to a fucking hospital. You're lucky that you have doctors here that co-commit and cover up your crimes. I am the end of my bloodline. I am an identity theft victim. I am an attempted murder victim. And it is through the police, along with my identity theft. So you're guilty of murdering my mother, Spencer Mills. You're guilty of my murder. You're guilty of my identity theft, or my attempted murder. You're guilty of my identity theft. And you are guilty of murdering an entire bloodline. I know that makes you happy because you are a serial killing piece of fucking garbage. You're still involved with your little fuck toy Russell Williams, who you worship like a fucking god. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? You worship Russell Williams like a god because you are a serial killer after his own fucking heart, and you are associated to him personally still, along with Blair Hardy and Billy Waldridge, who is actually copycats with him. So I'm being numbed down to be dumbed down. I'm being fucking deformed. You're just lucky you're untouchable and unarrestable, Blair Hardy. You're lucky that you're Bandito and you own OPP. You're lucky that you're Hell's Angels, William Aldridge, and you own OPP. You're lucky that you suck cock. You're lucky that you suck off Spencer Mills's dick for drugs, Tyler Lake and Jason Van Alstyne, to get away from the crimes that you are committing. Yes, OPP accept blowjobs in exchange for drugs and in exchange for homicide for them. Chris Wood, love all, hate none, be safe, watch yourselves, watch your children. This is done with me, Blair Hardy, in one way or another. William Aldridge, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne. You're going to get the murder charges in an attempted murder that you're guilty of. All of this could be medically proven to me if I could get to a hospital and actually get doctors who are not involved in aiding OPP and inmates in their fucking identity thefts and murders for police revenge. And that's exactly what that's about. False arresting your victims in an attempt to give them criminal records to justify your crimes against them. So you can get their prints, their pictures, their signatures for forgeries, framings, frauds against your victims to justify your crimes. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? You became a cop to commit murder. Staff sergeant became a cop to commit murder and sex assaults. Ex-chief or commander became a cop to commit murder, pedophilia, sex assaults, and sex slavery trafficking to be above suspicion. Families are murdered and missing. It is the police here. It is Lennox and Bennington, Ontario Provincial Police. They're guilty of domestic terrorism. They're guilty of homicides. They're guilty of attempted homicides, kidnapping, brain injuring, sex assaults, medical blacklisting to assure their crimes, stealing medical evidence through Dr. Tatiana, their crime cover up Dr. Stacy's girlfriend. Be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none. Hit that like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and everybody have a good day. Hate none. Be safe.